So the stock market's down 25% if you're measuring it by the S&P 500. We just finished another quarter three. How's things working for me? And how stressed am I in this bear market, the end of all time coming here? Seems like a lot of things are coming unraveled. How am I handling that, and what actions am I taking is the topic of this video. Last week, you may have noticed that I didn't produce any videos because since I'm so stressed, I'm being sarcastic, I went to Graceland, which is Elvis's home, and there's a few museums there. It's about a 4-hour drive from my house to there. We went to Graceland for a day. Fabulous. There's a new Elvis movie out, and enjoyed, kind of connecting the dots there with where he lived. And then we went to Branson, Missouri. And if you're from the United States, that's a place kind of like a Las Vegas, a lot of shows, probably 50 shows at any given time being put on. So you go to these, it's kind of the world leader for live action shows. So you can see plays, you can see concerts, comedy, you can see magicians, things like that. So my wife and I went down there and we saw three shows, and we went on hikes during the day. There's a state park down there, just a great old time. Why am I telling you this? The reason I'm telling you this is I'm not worried. If you're worried about the stock market going down 25%, if you look at the history books, and, this could be different, but 100% of the time, looking backwards, all of these bear markets recovered. And so I use buckets. I have bucket 1 money. It's targeting 0 to 4 years. Bucket 2 money, years 4 to 8. And then bucket 3 after that. I have no risk investments in bucket 1. I have balanced funds and some bonds in bucket 2 and all stock in bucket 3. And so I'm just letting my buckets do exactly what they were designed to do. So I'm living my life. If you're stressed, you're panicking, you're thinking about going back to work, you really need to evaluate your plan. Bear markets are common every few years, 1 out of every 4 years, 1 out of every 5. You have a bear market, so you take 2 steps back, and then during bull markets, or bull markets, sorry, I'm tripping myself up here. You more than offset that. So there are periods of significant volatility. We're in one now, could go down more, 30, 40, 50%. But there's so many people out there that contact me, that comment to me, send me emails, want to talk on the phone about their plans falling apart. And this should be expected. I'm not trying to play I told you so, but bear markets happen. Your plan needs to not make you panic during these times. Now, there's a lot of you folks out there that manage your withdrawals. You use a 4% or 4.5% withdrawals. Some people a year. Some people have boundaries on that. Like, hey, if the stock market's down, I'm only going to draw 3%. If the stock market's up, I can draw 5%. And you got all these rules, and they don't give you a sense of comfort because you don't know how long it's going to last. You're whipsawing your expenses. Because I have 4 years expenses at the start of a bear market, I wait, I'm calm. I leveled out all those peaks and valleys for 4 years. The goal when you're in retirement, this is what I think a lot of people miss. The goal that when you're in retirement is not to maximize your returns. You want to get the best returns you can get with maximizing your peace of mind and your epic journey as a retiree. You don't want to have every 3 months just stressed out about the stock market. Oh, it's down. Maybe I need to go back to work. It's back up. Hey, let's spend money. No, I booked that trip when the market was up. Now it's back down. Folks, those are the people that have a lot of drama. You do not want drama. I do not want drama in my retirement. So I'm willing to sacrifice peak returns for that. Okay. So, and I know I'm doing that with my bucket 1 money. There's a lot of money in there that I'm not getting a return on. But the peace of mind is what I'm buying. you can't say I'm getting a return. I'm trading that return, that 3% that I could get right now in a bond. Um, I'm trading that. And I do have some bonds in there and some I bonds and some money markets and things like that. Bonds wasn't probably a great example, but stocks, I'm trading less return. Some people may have an emergency fund of only 1 year. Well, I don't think 1 year would give me the peace of mind that I'm looking for, and why, that allowed me to go on vacation and last week, and I've got another 2-week trip planned later this year. I don't like all the drama, and I wanted to take it out. Buckets solved for me, so that's why I'm wanting people to consider buckets. So hey, I just completed my third quarter review of my finances, and my bucket one has, as expected, dipped down to about 3.4 years. Remember I started off the year at 5. But I actually made a move I actually took some of my cash savings and actually moved it to bucket two, opportunity to buy. Stock market's down 25%. So I actually moved some out of my bucket one, decided that I was okay with that. So I got 3 more years of no market, no risk funds in bucket one after my move that I just made. My bucket two, I've got 3.5 years. It's down a little bit. My target's 4. Yeah, it's in balanced funds and some bonds, but it's down, understandably. And then my bucket 3 is down a lot. But I'm still, on the positive side, I try to look at things positively. I'm still 4.5% annualized return above when I retired. So I've been retired 3.5 years, and I'm still have more money than the day I retired, and the market's down. My stocks are they're close to 30%. I got some small caps in there and some international dragging me down farther than the S&P 500. But I'm basically making just, I made 2 changes to my buckets this quarter. Number one, I already mentioned it, is I took some bucket one dollars. I took about $35,000 and moved it into bucket two and bought low. And then the second thing I did is I added a couple major expenses. I just had my daughter's wedding. If you watch my channel much, my daughter got married in August. And then I've got 2 more unmarried boys that have very serious girlfriends that we adore. And so I put in a block of cash for a couple weddings that I didn't have in there in my bucket one previously. So very minor changes, taking advantage of an opportunity and then trying to be real with some outgoing money. So in bucket one, remember, if you're going to replace your roof or your hot water heater, and that's coming up, your air conditioner, you need to have that in your bucket one, or at least earmarked in your bucket two. So anyway, I'm just delighted with the way buckets are working for me. And, again, I mentioned on a previous video that I have a financial advisor friend, and he said the only people panicking and that are calling him and making crazy moves are the people that don't have buckets. If they've got a fixed withdrawal rate, they're whipsawed around. They think the market's coming back. They book a vacation, then they cancel that vacation. And he says they just don't know what to think, and they're thinking about part-time jobs and maybe going back to work or not retiring. They were planning on retiring in December. Now they're not. All this drama can be removed with buckets. And that, to me, it's a change in mindset. When you're in the accumulation phase, all you're trying to do, you're maximize returns, maximize return, maximize returns. That's all you're thinking. When you're in retirement, things shift. Peace of mind, calmness, being able to enjoy your epic retirement jumps up in priority. So consider buckets. Not saying it's right for you. I'm just giving you a report on how it's working for me. This is Joe, out.